Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode. Episode 123. 123. It's easy as 123. It's exactly what's going on.
That's exactly how it goes.
Of the Everyman Show. I am John Everyman, ironically enough. It's weird. And I'm sitting here on another week of our Women's Month extravaganza celebration festivity. It has been amazing. It's already been a month. It has. Did you see your look on your face when you said that? That was like, that looked like you were in so much torture, like relief. Like, it has. Oh my God. Ooh, what a journey. I regret trying to tell this motherfucker I'm doing this. But yes, it is. It's our last month. Let's see if we make it to the end of Women's Month. It went by so fast. It does, right? Like, did you have a good time so far?
I did not.
Yes? It's been amazing. I've grown and learned in these weeks. And the women have been, to me, more phenomenal than they were last year. Like, I'm excited for next year already. Like, this has been amazing. We should do Women's Year. There's nothing to win. It's power, right? I think I do. I feel more loved. I feel like it's more love and real. Being around men sometimes can be experiencing pain and suffering. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm sitting here talking to my lovely co-host guest of this Women's Month, Cynthia, aka of Simply Sweet.
It's good.
Yes. No, I'm gonna miss you, but apparently we've already discussed this. This won't be your final goodbye. You'll be back. But I have to convince you now because according to your face a few moments ago, you weren't too happy.
Man, get on with the show.
Why does he do this? Walter, fuck off. Like, one day he's really gonna fuck off. Just, I try every now and then to say, fuck off. Sitting with us, getting ready to close this Women's Month, and I think we're gonna close it out with a banger, as they say. I feel like, I think I saved the best for last. Sure, a little momentum. I'm getting into my big hype of an intro. It takes minutes to do this. It's not that easy. But yes, we have our final guest of the Women's Month here. This guest here, like, knowing that you were going to be the last one, I was like, man, how fitting. I didn't purposely make it like that, but I was like, man, if I'm going to wrap it up, I'm going to wrap it up on a strong note.
And it's a full moon.
Look at that. Look at that. There's howling already, damn it. I haven't even said her name. Holy Moses. Ladies and gentlemen, our next guest, she is no stranger to the South Florida entertainment scene, man. She's been around, and every time I've seen her, man, it's such a high energy. You can stop me if I'm not. Is it not? When you've seen her, it's energy. It's this love and just this passion coming and radiating from, like, not even on the stage just yet, because there it's just even more explosive. But before it, you know, there's this energy and just this presence about you whenever I've seen it, you know. And, you know, when people knew you were coming on this week, it was evident, man, because they were like, man, I love Mercury Wolff. They do. They love them some Mercury Wolff. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sitting here with the female legendary artist, recording artist, known as Mercury Wolff. Love that fucking name. Damn it, man. I should have been something awesome like that. I fucked up with just John Everyman.
Your name's great.
You think so?
Definitely.
I don't know, but after hearing Mercury Wolff, like...
You're in good company.
It's an intimidating name, damn it. It just commands respect off rip. Like, you know something's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Shout out to our... I guess I don't know if they can see the bullet.
They don't, if I'm
They
mentioning
did
it.
it? Okay, I just saw him kind of running a cameo there. And sitting next to her, this man has done this yet again to me. You're the first and only person that's done this, mind you. I have a guest that snuck into our show, ladies and gentlemen. This man did this to me one time, practically 2 years ago. And he found a way to do it again. But when we had him the first time, it was amazing. So I was glad that he did this. You know, It's crazy, but I'm glad. It's a crazy, I'm glad to see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Ladies and gentlemen, we got my man EB2K.
What up? How you doing, Mr. John Every Man? Mercury Wolff.
Ow!
Simply sweet.
Hey.
Jesus, man. Like, I can't believe this. Man, do you do this to other podcasts? Do you just like ninja them and shit and just pop up like this?
I might start doing that. I like it. It's my new hobby, man.
Could be, man. Like, kudos to you for doing it, man, because it's impressive. Like, shocked the shit out of me. You know, and when he came up the stairs, because, you know, I follow him on Instagram, so had he not had those cool pics he's got, right, rocking, I would have never noticed it was him. Like, it could have been just another person in the moment. But when we talked, though,
Yeah.
it would have been specific, because you got, like, a distinct voice, man.
I appreciate it.
But how you doing, man?
I'm doing very good. I'm blessed and highly favored. I thank God that I'm here. I'm happy.
Hey, man, take that, man. Are you excited? You just crashed us in the middle of Women's Month, so, like, we can't let you steal the show yet again. But
Not too much.
you're going to come and join us. This is great. You know what? He's another
No.
honorary guest at this
Bring the
point.
mic up because you go like this.
Right.
There you go. Good job.
Yeah, look at Walter doing some production. Bro.
Hey,
Shout
Walter.
out to Walter.
Okay, so he really does have those headphones plugged in.
Right.
I thought, because I can't see from over there. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what he has it plugged in. He probably have it tucked under the board that says it.
Next topic.
Where are you from?
305.
305? Yeah, what area?
What area have I not been?
Well, I mean, just the ones you've lived in is the ones
Wow.
we're
This
concerned
is
with.
gonna take a
Wow, okay.
How much time we got? Hello.
30 minutes later.
There's a lot of
Pioneer.
different parts. No, just to sum it up, the southwest part, you know, Homestead, Color Ridge. I
Okay.
still call it Color Ridge.
You're old school. See,
Yeah.
that's old school right there because I know it is Cutler Ridge too. You
Right.
shake it. I
Yeah,
understand
you
what
know
you're
what I
saying.
mean. And then okay, so we did that life, and then we were like, that's way too south, far away from life.
Okay,
General.
which I agree.
At least the life that I care about. I mean,
Anything
there's life
south-
there, but you know.
When we say life, it's like what all the tourists think. We like the water out here.
We like the
We like being
water.
here. That's what we call Miami.
We like the slightly less crazy drivers, right?
Right.
They're slightly less crazy on the east side.
Yeah.
Yeah, northeast side.
So you've lived practically almost everywhere in Miami.
Right. Yeah.
But which one do you feel is home to you?
Okay, that's a good question. Well, if I'm in Miami, just the northeast side in general. Like if the
The entire
address,
northeast
if the
side, so you're
address
talking
has
like Miami?
northeast,
I
I'm
love
happy.
Miami.
So we're talking about like Wynwood up. to,
Okay.
like,
Okay. So you're talking like Miami
To
Shores.
like Aventura. Like
Yeah,
Wynwood to Aventura.
Hey, there's some nice areas in there.
I'm so happy. Between Wynwood and Aventura, there's
That's
a
your home.
beach the whole way. You know what I mean?
So you like being near the water.
Yeah. Even if I'm not physically on the beach, just being near it, just like, because what the ocean is really good for coastal cities is like it just regenerating,
Right.
right? The air and everything, just kind of cleansing and stuff. So being, you know, and that's why I feel like on the west side, no offense people, but it's like it's more stagnant over there. And also you're by the swamp, stagnant water. But over here on the
Swamp.
right.
Fuck Mother Nature.
You know, I mean, I love it all. You know what I mean? But like, you know, I wanna pick and choose when I'm by the swamp, as opposed to like be there every day. But like when you're by the ocean, there's this constant regeneration happening.
So you love it. It's an energy vibe. man.
Absolutely. You know
Okay.
what's good for you.
Look, I've lived myself. Like I feel like you. Like I've lived almost in every part of Miami.
Right.
And when it boils down to it, at the end of the day, for me, I'm a little romantic. Okay. Yeah. You know, I feel like my heart has been there.
You know, I haven't lived there. So.
You haven't lived there?
No.
Listen,
Everywhere, but like
hey, it's a beautiful area. I love it. It's kind of changed. The
Right.
charm has changed in there.
Sure.
But you know, I feel like I did a lot of growing in there. I learned a good bit about real life. But
Breaking
then-
cars.
Yeah, things like that. You get it.
the facts of life.
Yeah, I learned the facts of life over there.
Okay.
But then I also grew up in Kendall. So, you know,
Right.
like I'm split. If you told me anything, I feel like I'm a little vanity at first, but I feel like I'm 50-50. I got Kendall in there that I love. And Cutler Ridge, like, because I got a little bit of, so, you know, for me, those three areas is where I consider myself.
True.
You know, but if you
Right.
had to, like, tell me, hey, pick one little band, like, it always spoke to me. I felt more connected in that part of town. Yeah, there's something about this area versus the west and south pockets of Miami. It's
This area facilitates for more like culture, like actual true culture to kind of just be exposed, just be put out on the forefront. Whereas, you know, down in Kendall and whatnot, people are a little more like every house kind of looks the same. People are like, you have to walk into someone's house and see what their culture's about, kind of thing.
yeah. Well, you're talking like community-wise.
There's so many of them. There's like it's just like filled with that. You know, I don't even know
Yeah.
a unique house down there because I grew up over there too. You know, like I was.
It's a
over
lot of
there.
those cookie cutter homes. You see
Right.
like those townhomes that they all look the same.
Yeah.
Everyone's building is done by like alphabets. Like
Right.
you got an attribute, you still
The
got
only-
an alphabet for your building.
right.
Right. Yeah, like it's crazy.
Exactly.
Like no, so like no, I get you. Like Kendall seems very not plain, but it's just nothing stands out. You know, where this side of Miami's got more character. Is what
Right.
you're saying.
Yeah. But it would make sense that we would like this side more, only because you know, we're kind of arty, we're creative people. You know, and creative people, you know, whatever you are, you kind of need what that is to feed off of and whatnot or whatever. I mean, it's just like whatever you are or whatever. So if that, you know, no, I'm not trying to like say people living in the Southwest side or whatever. Like to each their own. They love it. They're happy.
Hey, listen, man, Kendall, you know, Cutler Ridge, like, you know, we got some people down there. You know, we got some names coming out of there. You know, like Crazy Hood. We just talked about them last week. They made some major accomplishments coming out of Kendall. Actually, the whole scene down there right now is starting to. You can see the little baby sparks happening. I don't know how you
Well,
did a
even
show
the
recently
Mystic
down there, right?
what's the Mystic Hobbit joint or something?
Mystic Joint, man. Shout out to Mystic Joint. We were doing live shows out there. Yeah, we were doing live podcasts out of there.
I'll be honest, I've never been there personally, but I
Oh,
got
man,
love for it
dope
already
place.
proceeding just because, you know, just the fact that it exists there allow. And, you know, I left Southwest area a long time ago. I was born in the 80s. So
Okay.
when I'm talking about like, there's no culture or whatever, there's no like, because there wasn't when I was when I was growing up, okay? So when I came to the Northeast side, I was like, wow!
You saw like a lot of more characters.
Yeah, I
That's
was
what
like,
it is.
okay, now I can be myself over here and be around people who are kind of like me, you know, creative.
I felt like that.
open
when
mics.
Man, I feel so connected right now
Yeah.
with this conversation. I felt that same way because in Kendall, there was a lot of. It wasn't that it was horrible. It was just like the people just didn't make it feel genuine. You know, like there was something.
Fighting,
Yeah.
and
Exactly. But if you go into like Little Havana, if you go to Overtown,
right,
or you went into even Miami Beach,
right,
like there was just so much individuality. There was
Right.
just so much different life. You felt that culture.
yeah,
You know, you felt the diversity. You felt that it wasn't about because down in Kendall when I grew up, they were more doing what the rappers do. So they saw rappers and they imitated rappers.
right,
Whereas in other parts of here, it wasn't like that. It was more like, I like rap, but I'm not copying what they do, and I'm living that
Right.
real. Because that dude just came out of my neighborhood.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
there's a different life,
right,
different mindset.
right.
You know, and I still feel like that for the most part out here.
Definitely.
But I've also seen culturally now Kendall's starting to identify a little different.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
I seen their locals.
I mean, it's
embracing things
2020, you know,
Yeah.
the kids eventually start taking over. Eventually they become adults and they start opening up businesses right there in the neighborhoods, you know.
Right.
So, yeah.
Where are you at now in Miami?
I'm in Hollywood.
You in Hollywood? Okay, but you're not in Miami.
I'm
You're in
not.
Broward.
I'm still on the east side though.
I love Miami, but not anymore. I'm in Hollywood on the east side.
I'm so close to Miami though, like literally, like Aventura is right there.
You like Hollywood?
I love it.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it's all right.
Everybody comes to Hollywood. I like the beaches.
You like their beaches?
Yeah.
The beaches.
Yeah.
Nice beaches.
Yeah.
I'm somewhat of a fan of like my favorite parts in Broward are more, believe it ironically enough, I like the west side. I'm not
Weston?
like Weston.
Weston's nice though.
Yeah, like I'm starting to get there. Like I don't know, man. I'm starting to get to an age that I just don't want to smell like human piss and dog piss and cat piss all in the same corner of the building.
Yeah. And I don't get that where I live, so.
No, so you see, that's what it is. It's like it's
yeah.
cool growing up in
You
here,
know,
but
I walk out barefoot sometimes.
because your floors might be clean. But if you go back in the days and you go into one of your other certain little pockets and neighborhoods,
Right.
you walk outside, you got stepping
You
on
can't do
broken
that.
glass or
Yeah.
or like dog doo doo or
Right.
or human doo doo.
Yeah.
Used condoms.
The used condoms. Yeah, or like the new one that you find on the floor.
Are we,
Masks.
I feel like we're describing Churchill.
It could be.
They ain't offended.
There you go.
knows.
Shots fired.
Next topic.
Where did it all get started for you with music?
As an artist or in general?
In
Because-
general, like, you know, I guess, yeah, because,
I
or,
was-
or just
Well,
like you got started overall in
Right.
front of your passion for music. Like, where
Well,
did
I
it get started
was-
from Mercury Wolff?
I remember being like 5 in someone's house, and they had what I didn't know what it was at the time, but it was a piano, and like someone like played it, and I was like that.
It's like that noise.
I was like that, mommy, that. I need that, but you know, that's what I need or whatever. For some reason, she said, "Okay, when you're 7." I don't even understand what that was about, but maybe because
I don't know. I just said now, but what does 7 have to do with this? I don't get it.
I don't
Sure.
get it. Maybe because kids like change their minds. Maybe that's what she was. Like,
Okay, maybe she thought you were just crazy.
if you still want to do it when you're 7, we'll buy a piano. And that's she delivered at 7. I was like, I'm ready. Hello. You know?
She probably went home
Let's
and did a
get
little
the
calendar.
piano.
Did you do a little calendar and count down to the day? Like, this is 2 years ago
It felt like
exactly.
that.
That's that.
My memory tells me that that's what happened. But yeah, I got the piano. I had the piano. I got the lessons. That was it. So that was like my first introduction and love and falling in love with like music and just having some kind of something inside me saying you're supposed to be doing that or whatever. So that was the intro to that. And then fast forward to now, because of my upbringing and whatever in Southwest and all that whatever, and also the family I was in was very kind of like whatever. And they didn't really fully know how to support me as an artist, like first or whatever. So it took a little while for me to do that. It was when I had been like my whole adult life, like my whole early 20s, I should say, I had been like trying to figure out how to hone in, tap into the artist. And I knew it was in there. And when I moved into this magical house in North Miami, that's when it happened.
So wait a minute. So piano, your mom finally came through for you at 7.
Right.
You got into the piano, but how long did the piano last?
No, it's been a constant.
So you still play piano at this point?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So it's something.
It's
that
how
like,
I write the songs.
Really?
Right.
All right. I didn't.
Sometimes.
Because some people start an instrument, but then they go into something else entirely different.
Right.
You know,
Well,
but-
I definitely I'm not a stranger to trying things, and I definitely had a lot of fun in my development years, kind of like whatever. But as far as instruments, it was like piano was my instrument, and I didn't really get too adventurous with the other ones.
What were you able to accomplish playing piano growing up? Were you able to do any like performances, anything special?
Like that regular stuff, no.
Like talent shows, you didn't do that for school or nothing? No
I mean, no,
recitals?
I had recitals and everything or whatever, but I was
Okay.
like, I was too right-brained for that.
What do you mean?
I couldn't get into the competition. I was just like, no, I want to write a song. I don't know.
It was no one plays Tupac in these recitals.
No, honestly, I played by ear, and my first piano teacher, not my second one would never do that. My first piano teacher, she would be like, so this is the song that we're going to learn now. And then she would go like this, and play it, and I'd be like, tell me more. And I'd look at her hands, and I'd hear it, and I'd go home and just play what she played for me, instead of study the notes.
So you were just bored with your teacher. You could have taught her, is what you're saying.
No, that was bad. But anyway, she let me get away with it, and then. Yeah, I definitely love it. And I can also tell, like, if you hear a voiceover, if you hear, like, one of those cartoons, like, movies or animated cartoons or whatever, and you hear, like, the voice, like, I'm like, don't tell me who it is, I'll tell you. And I can tell, oh, that's Tom Hanks, or I can tell you, like, oh, that's whoever the hell it is.
Oh, so you got like a good ear for sound.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. You know what? People that play piano, I just find them so different. You know, I think they think different. You know what I mean?
I definitely think differently.
Because the guitarist, you know, doesn't seem as similar to.
Yo, I bow
someone who
down
plays
to guitars because the reason why I don't play guitar is because historically, every time I pick up a guitar, I'm like I get to a moment where I'm like, I really have to do this with my fingers. I don't want to.
But you're probably doing a lot more work with piano.
I don't know. I think it's subjective or whatever, but for me, the guitar is like way too complicated on my fingers. That's how I always felt. Always. So I was just like, yeah, it is what it is. Here we go. You know.
I agree because I started off playing keys as well. Wow. So like pick up the guitar was a little different, but it's gotta be like persistent.
Yeah.
Oh, you play piano too?
Growing up.
Oh, you started with the piano too? This man.
Right.
Well, I guess we all kind of. I never learned how to play. I just used to just play around on it.
That's what I was gonna say.
Just play around on it.
I found a keyboard that had the preset buttons, and that was me.
That's fun though.
And then when the preset would hit, I go bing, bing.
Yeah, we put on shows with those things.
Next topic.
At what point did you really get into the lyric side of music?
Okay. I probably 17.
17?
Yeah.
Is that when you discovered that you can sing?
No.
And
No.
everything?
Oh, I'm sorry. I said it like. But I had been singing actually since I was a jit.
Okay, so you were like in a little Alicia Keys, playing piano, singing.
Not together. But
Not
like
together?
with the girls that I grew up with in my church, we would just off to the side for fun. We would just sing with each other, and one of us would be the harmony, one of us would be the melody, you know. So it was like my first intro to like singing, you know.
That is crazy. So you had a little fun.
So I
Like
knew I
hanging out
always
with your
loved
friends singing.
singing and stuff, and
Have
then
a little girl group.
Right.
no, not really.
You weren't
but
like the first Destiny's Child?
Right.
nothing, not
yeah.
even close to that.
Okay.
But it just for fun. We were just doing it for fun, just like, oh, let's sing. And it was like hymns. It
Where
was like
did you
church
know
hymns.
for you it was going to be a little more than just fun?
Yeah, it was just because it's a constant in your mind and
Okay.
your heart and your feeling, and you're just like, what am I. But when I was 17, that's when I was in my first band, and it ended up being a
Dope.
rock band,
Oh,
and
what
I
was
was
the
the
rock band?
singer. That's it.
Yeah.
And
What's
the
the name
name,
of the rock band?
fuck. I mean, Rebel, something like that. Rebel.
Rebel Wolves.
Rebel. I don't know. We were still
Rebel,
trying to
Rebel.
find a
Rebel,
name,
Rebel.
that kind of a thing.
Okay.
But it was my intro to that, and then one of the members, shout out to Walter.
Not this Walter, right? Because I will never.
No, shout out to Walter, and wherever you are, I miss you. I wish I can find him. Honestly, I don't know.
She's
where
talking to another Walter. Stop smiling. He looked
But
happy for a
that
second. Don't make
Walter,
him
he
happy.
was like my brother of music, if you will. I don't know how else to, but he kind of like, introduced me into like being in a band, being an artist in a band and a bandmates and just everything. And he was just so awesome about it. He was just such a great teacher, and he introduced me to The Cure, and that was everything. So he just like opened up my mind to a lot of different music to kind of like ease me in. The Anniversary, that's another band. It's indie, maybe not a lot of people know it, but that was everything to me. So after that experience, it was like, well, I don't know how, but this is gonna happen somehow. And it was a long journey, but eventually when I got to that house in North Miami,
It really took you off.
yeah.
I'm picturing this guy Walter just being this cool dude driving like a Camaro or something.
How random if he happened to see this. I'm like, I'm looking for you.
Yes, we're looking for you, Walter.
Mercury
Walter,
Wolff,
find
2
us.
Fs.
Do you not remember the Cure?
Find me.
Like he's wearing like a dope ass black jacket, right? And he always talk
I
like
hope
he was
so.
Like, he was like, "Yeah, this band is pretty awesome. Haven't figured out a name yet. We're pretty cool and stuff."
It was pretty cool. and
What did you
stuff.
do? Did you play the piano? in
No,
the band?
just sing. I was just a
You were the
singer.
singer?
Yeah.
The lead singer.
No, it was just the one band. Yeah.
And you were, what type of song music were you doing there? Was it like punk
It was rock. It was
like
rock.
punk rock or like
Whoa.
alternative?
No, yeah, it's like rock. Like
Rock.
alternative rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rock.
Did you like it? Did you like rock? What type
Yes.
of music did you grow up listening to?
I think growing up, rock was the main one.
Name me some of your favorite rock bands.
Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
But I discovered them later in life. But Queen. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Queen raised me. Absolutely.
Did you see the movie?
I
I saw
didn't.
the movie.
No.
I did.
It's
I
a
didn't
good
He
need.
movie.
did a good. He did a good job. He did.
Yeah.
Did a good job.
I can't. No. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. But I wasn't like in a hurry because I don't know. I felt like I was like, they raised me. I wasn't in a hurry. I don't know.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
But
not a
they did a
problem.
good-
We
it's a
ain't going
good
nowhere.
movie.
It's
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
We're all mostly still quarantining. So
Yeah.
if you
I
wanna-
know. There's a lot of things to watch.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
kind of quarantine
It's
time.
in my queue.
Next topic.
With
Politics?
with women now,
Oh.
right now, and in the music industry,
Oh, yeah.
you know, or in general.
I
what's your
definitely have
opinion with
opinions,
the
yeah.
feminine populace right now.
Right. Okay. So just real quick, the word feminist has become like the word vegan for me, where it's like you don't even want to be associated with it, kind of, because like there's been such bad things with it.
Explain.
So I would say I'm, you know, if I were to be vegan, I would say I'm plant based, and I am more plant based than I am anything else.
By the way, shout out to our old producer Noodles.
yeah, old producer
Plant-based.
Noodles, right?
Plant based.
He's plant based.
Noodles.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what he told us.
So
before
I
he
like
left
plant-based
Oregon.
as a term also because when you say that, it basically tells somebody exactly what you're doing. You're eating something that's plant-based instead of like a word like vegan that sounds like snooty, you know, or something, or whatever. And then feminist, unfortunately, it's the same thing where it's like, oh, I don't even know if I want to like say that I'm a feminist or whatever, because automatically someone is going to just write me off, and I don't want to be written off.
When you hear the word feminist in your mind right now, what type of female comes to mind? The passive aggressive or the
Right, probably the passive aggressive. But I'm saying in terms of how the world sees it, or not the world, but you know the people who are indifferent to it. Okay, let me put it to you this way: I'm more interested in finding the middle ground, and I want to avoid things that are going to stop that from happening. If that makes any sense.
you want to be more like a
Easier to
peacekeeper.
approach.
Okay, you want to be more diplomatic with your.
Yeah, I guess maybe. I can push too. I can push when it's necessary. Like
Right.
if you're taught, like if your point doesn't make sense, maybe you're gonna get a smart comment from me
Right.
or whatever. But other than that, you know,
want that
let's.
label on your.
I don't want that label because sometimes what happens is if someone has a predisposition of what that means, they're not listening to you. They're just thinking, oh well, this is a feminist telling me this or whatever. But as far as
feminists sometimes get that rep. That's what I was trying to get at. You know, sometimes in my opinion, I feel that, you know, when someone mentions a feminist, you think more of the passive aggressive lady,
right.
the one that wants to kind of just fight you on it, not even debate you.
Right.
You know, it's like it starts with debates, but it ends with a fight.
Right.
You feel more they're the more confrontational types
Yeah.
versus anything, and I think that's wrong.
Yeah.
To depict the feminists like that, but I do understand those people that feel that way.
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
not saying I agree with them,
Right.
but I do understand where they're coming from.
Yeah, you have to. You have to. I'll tell you like straight up, like I feel like I feel like me as a woman, I shouldn't tell other women how to be women.
Right.
And you know, I just think that's ridiculous. I think I feel like at the core of it, everyone's an individual, you know, and how they choose to express themselves is their personal journey, their personal choice, you know.
Because we all work differently, you know.
Right. And there's something for everybody. There's an audience for everyone. You know, not everyone's going to like your cup of tea, but just because someone doesn't like your cup of tea doesn't mean they have the right to tell you to stop doing it. You
Right.
know, unless we're talking about murder, you know, right? Or eating a baby.
Yeah, we should all have limits, despite the gender
Right.
on that one.
Right. So right. But you know, so for example, WAP, you know, like that's amazing. I think that's great. You know.
WAP.
Yeah, that's
that
acronym.
acronym.
That Cardi B song
WAP.
with
Yeah. What's your
with
opinion of
Meg.
that?
I think it's awesome. I think
You
it's
love
so
it?
great. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't
It-
know
when
what
it-
it meant for a while. but
When
I
it
promise
goes on, like I get excited, like you know, thinking about myself. You know, like I'm just like yeah, you know, or
you.
whatever.
Hey, WAP. I mean, I wake up in the morning and like it took me a while to figure out what WAP was going on. I was like, what is this WAP? And then
No, but it was ridiculous when people were saying anything because remember we growing up I don't know what your age is, but me growing up in the 90s, we were I put y'all hip bom bom, and I did,
They
You know.
the song "The Hoes in His House."
Right.
They remixed that. And
I mean, we
Right.
had Pop That Coochie from
Pop
Two Live
that
Crew.
coochie, baby. Pop that
Yeah,
coochie.
I
I mean,
mean-
I was a kid.
I don't even.
I
know.
didn't even have my period yet, and I was popping my coochie.
Well, see, here's the thing. Like, I'm older.
I was.
As old as I am now, I don't understand how a woman actually pops her coochie. Like,
It's a move.
It's
It's a move. You got to be on the floor, man. You got to
Can
pop
coochies
it.
Pop? Is that a thing? anymore?
Apparently,
Yes.
apparently,
Yes, they can.
all
pop.
the girls,
They can pop,
all the
right?
girls
They can
at
pop.
305
It's a
were
wonderful thing.
popping their
That's my lady.
C.
I'm gonna have to figure this out next time. But
That's what
next
we
time
were
I'm around
doing.
a vagina, but
I feel
can
like
you
that's
make it pop?
definitely a
Pop your
Miami thing.
coochie. Yeah, well, see, now we got WAP. WAP. Nah, I
But
feel like
you
an
grew up
ass.
booty shaking too.
As a kid, yeah.
Yeah, I think
I wasn't aware of what I was doing.
that's stuff. I think down south. I think we do that here.
It was
It's
like
an Uncle Luke culture, man.
right. We started all that down here, and
It's proudly,
we
and
affected
it
the
was so
children of the
crazy though
90s.
because I was doing it as a kid, like I said before period and everything, and I never was like, yeah, I'm a little slut. Like I wasn't thinking that in my head,
Right.
and neither was anyone else. We were just like super excited to shake our booties because Uncle Luke said so. I mean, literally.
Do you feel that you have to portray any stereotypical feminism with your music when you perform or
No.
sing or write?
No, because being an artist is the most freeing thing, and unapologetic thing.
Okay.
Absolutely.
He ran out of shit to say, so it's time to go.
Yeah. Are you gonna put any of this new music out at least?
Yeah, well, not yet, but I do have people I'm working with. That is definitely actually happening. So behind the scenes, I do have shout out to Will Notes, shout out to The Lab Studios, shout out to Rolly, and to all the Beats Battle family. And so Beats Battles. So yeah, those producers there are holding it down for me in so many ways. Those guys also have helped me come back to myself without them even knowing. They don't even know my history or nothing. Just the love that we share with each other.
Another artist coming.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, I'm gonna be in the studio for sure.
Where can people expect this, or where can people follow you? How can
Well,
people keep
I
up with
definitely Instagram is just the best way to be entertained by me and to stay in touch.
And where on Instagram can people follow you?
Mercury Wolff with 2 F's.
All right, are we spelling Mercury just like the regular
Just like
planet?
like the planet Mercury.
And Wolf with
yeah.
2 F's.
2 F's, yeah, the German spelling, yeah.
I love it. The German spelling.
Yeah, or Norwegian, however you look at it.
How
Whatever.
do they say it in
Van der
German?
Jagger.
Woof, woof,
Wolf.
woof.
I get the
Wolf.
wolf.
I'm not.
Okay, so just Instagram is where people can keep up and.
That's
try to
just the
find your
best
music
way, and
whatnot.
it's fun. The people who do follow me, they have a lot of fun with. I entertain them.
It is, man. It's one of the most high energy
Yeah.
like feeds you see, because she'll get into her dance numbers and she'll be singing songs.
Yeah, you're
on
not
you.
expecting it. Yeah,
Yeah, it gets you hyped. It gets me going. Like,
Yeah.
I'm at the gym now.
It's the people.
yeah. So I feel like I'm gonna be doing more and more and more of that. Yeah,
I hope so.
Yeah.
I like we're gonna,
more dancing and more performances.
Oh, so you're gonna get more? Okay.
Yeah,
You're
dancing,
gonna figure out
absolutely.
stuff?
I'm just that's my super. That's my super harnessing power. Like if I dance, I'm really powerful after that. So
Okay.
for sure, yeah.
People keep an eye on her Instagram feed, Mercury Wolff with 2 F's. You
Remember
guys can get hyped.
that booty shaking comment I made earlier? Hey.
Watch it now. She's gonna play some of those throwback songs on
Uncle
the end
Luke.
and bring it back. She's gonna teach you guys how coochie popping goes.
Well, now we got Black Eyed Peas to help us do that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, with the new album. Yeah, that's good stuff.
That is. EB, my
Yo,
friend.
yo.
We'll be seeing you again.
Yes, you 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's right. In a
Oh,
couple hours,
2
we're gonna have
weeks.
the return of
Snake hunter.
EB. We are. We're actually gonna get you like sneak free in here.
Right.
I promise you, man. As a
Oh,
matter of fact, you can have a sneak in guest if you like. I don't know
Oh,
who's
you
gonna
should do
sneak
that.
in. Like,
I will.
yeah, like maybe
Somebody
that's his
fire
thing.
though. It has to be someone
that's
like
how these
super
artists gonna start
fuego.
getting on my show now. They're
Yeah,
all just
okay,
gonna
okay.
sneak in
Okay,
here
good.
and shit. Like,
The plus one.
yeah, like all of a sudden, like, hey, I didn't know I was gonna be here.
That's the tradition,
I got my own
right?
mic.
Right, cool people. Like I'm
That's
a
the
cool
EB
person.
Experience.
It
Yeah.
would have been crazy if it came with his own headphones and mic. Like, we don't have one. Don't worry.
Don't worry.
He's
got
gonna
it.
do it next time though.
I come
yeah,
here.
I will come prepared.
I snuck
For
in
the
last time
plus one.
unprepared, but I knew what I was bringing this time. A bunch of blunts and a microphone.
Yeah.
Right.
Only
got
if only I knew. Yeah.
I got you.
EB, but in the meantime, man, where can people find you, Brand?
Definitely on Instagram at 2KDI Enigma. That's 2KD Enigma. That's on BandLab and SoundCloud. I got all new music on BandLab and definitely dropping new music on SoundCloud and BandLab and YouTube because I got videos dropping this month. So watch out for me.
We're gonna hear more about you before we have to tell people to really watch out.
There's one collab that we got on SoundCloud. Just one, right?
Yes.
It's called Same Stars on his SoundCloud that we got.
Okay.
But it's mostly him. I'm just kind of singing in the background. I'm like, la la la.
It's very dynamic song.
Well, let me ask,
pretty.
do you guys have another song for Walter who's probably looking for like reasons to... Yeah, don't worry about it. Oh yeah, that's right. Do you have the volume ready to go?
Oh, she got her SoundCloud up already.
Are you gonna do your closer there?
Oh, you're the best.
Is he even here? Is he listening? Walter, are you ready to go? I think so. I don't know. I hate him. I hope he falls down the stairs next time. Cynthia, thank you for being here. This has been phenomenal. I've had an amazing time with you being here co-hosting with us. Seriously, I'm not lying. You're welcome to come back whenever you want. The door's open to you. Apparently, this is your mic and your chair that I'm sitting in right now. We're just waiting for you. Right, you can do like you do in Roots Kava. Just take over things.
All right, it's gonna be playing in 9 seconds, 8 seconds. 7.
Okay. Guys, make sure you follow here Sinfully Sweet under I Am Sinfully on Instagram. Make sure you follow the Everyman Podcast Show on the everymanpodcastshow.com website. Like and subscribe, people. Right there where it says like and subscribe, make sure you do it. Get your alerts about incoming episodes just like this and many other ones that we have out there coming down the road. I am John Everyman. This is episode 123. We are out. Get that music going, man. Turn it up.
We're done.
2K. Hey, I'm going off for you right now.
Free your mind, free your soul. That's the ultimate goal. And my
I'm
soul
going
is
off for
gold.
you right now. Our souls.
Free your mind, free your soul. That's the ultimate goal. And that's gold. That's gold. You know, it's 2K from the CC, Master MC. And you know I gotta be who I gotta be. And everything is everything. So sing.
I wanna be free every day of my life. Not just sometimes, not just sometimes. If I let it all go, it'll come back more. Always, always, always.
Free your mind, free your soul. That's the ultimate goal. Trying to cherish all the gold. Trying to reap what I sow. Free your mind, free your soul. That's the ultimate goal. Trying to cherish all the gold. Trying to reap what I sow.
Flowing, I'm flowing on the fifth. Flowing, I don't wanna be missed. I'm flowing. You feel me? Ooh, ooh, oh. I like that.
Free your mind, free your soul. That's the ultimate goal. That's the ultimate goal.
Free your mind, free your soul.
That's the ultimate goal.
That's the ultimate goal.
That's the
Let's
ultimate.
go.
Oh, they said they ain't cutting the lights off. Okay, I was just making
You
sure.
don't pay me enough.
Yeah, the sound guy says it's over. Fuck you. I don't even care if I got nothing to do with the electricity. I'm just out of here.